This is the second video on rotations. Make sure that you've watched video number 1 before you watch this one, otherwise some of the things that we're going to talk about might not make sense to you. Okay, let's kick off then. So here's an example of two shapes where one is a transformed version of the other one, and you need to describe fully the single transformation which takes shape A onto shape B. So the first thing I'm going to do is look at these two shapes and see if I can work out which of the four transformations has actually happened. And I can see that shape B looks like it's been turned, or it's a spun around version of shape A, so this indicates to me that this is a rotation. Now I need to give a bit more information than this, so to do this I'm going to need a piece of tracing paper. So same as we did when we actually did these rotations, I'm going to trace around shape A and just spin my tracing paper around so that I can get a sense of what's actually happened to this. Now you can see that when I spin this thing 90 degrees anti-clockwise, it ends up not in the correct place, but it ends up looking like shape B, and if I spin it around any other amount it wouldn't orientate itself correctly with shape B. So this tells me that it's a 90 degree anti-clockwise rotation. There is another piece of information that I need to work out, and I need to be able to say where the center of rotation is. Now you notice in the previous example we didn't line up with shape B. That's what we're going to try and do now. So this one is a bit of a trial and error approach. What I do is I pick a coordinate. In this case I'm going to start with the origin, which is always a good place to begin. And I'm going to put my pencil on there, which will allow me to pivot my tracing paper around this point. Now if this one doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll pick another point and try that, pick another point and try that, and I'll be able to use a trial and error approach to kind of get where the center of rotation is. When I spin this thing around though, you'll notice that I land up exactly on B, which means that the center of rotation is around the point 0, 0, which is also known as the origin. Here are 3 for you to have a practice at. Again, these are quite difficult to do on the computer screen, so what I suggest is get some squared paper that you'll have in your exercise books and possibly borrow some tracing paper from your kind maths teacher at school. Copy these shapes out and then have a go at describing the transformation which takes shape A to B, A to C, A to D. Pause the video here, hit play when you're ready to hear the answers. Okay, so the single transformation which takes shape A onto shape B, I need to say 3 things. It's a rotation, 90 degrees clockwise this time, and it's around the point 0, 0, or the origin. For shape A to shape C, again I need to tell you that it's a rotation, it's 180 degrees. I don't need to say which direction it's turned in because 180 degrees clockwise or anti-clockwise ends up in the same place, and this time it's around the point -2, 0, so a different center of rotation. And A to D, again I need to say it's a rotation. This one is 90 degrees anti-clockwise around the point 2, 2. So in summary, for these rotations, rotations are a different type of transformation. Remember, there are 4 of them. Rotations are described by giving 3 bits of information. You must say it's a rotation, you must tell me the angle it's turned by and the direction, if that's applicable, and you need to tell me the center of rotation. In your exam, always ask for some tracing paper to try out and to check your ideas and your answers for these. Thank you very much for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe to Maths Made Easy.